The courtroom goes silent. The first witness steps forward. It isn't human. For the first time in human history, the planet itself puts humanity on trial. Not for crimes written in law books, not for wars between nations, not for borders, flags, or ideologies, but for something far more fundamental. For how one species treated every other living thing on Earth, because overnight, without warning, without explanation, without mercy, something impossible happened. Every animal, from insects buried deep beneath the soil, to birds crossing continents, to whales moving through the dark silence of the ocean, suddenly gained human-level intelligence. They didn't just learn words. They gained memory of the past. They gained awareness of time. They gained the ability to question meaning. And instead of attacking humanity, instead of seeking revenge, instead of collapsing into chaos, they made a decision. They chose to speak. They chose to testify. The courtroom is not a building. It has no walls, no ceiling. Forests become silent galleries. Oceans carry voices across thousands of miles. The sky itself records every word spoken. And humanity stands alone, not as rulers, but as defendants. The first testimony comes from a cow. Her voice is slow, measured, unemotional. She doesn't talk about pain at first. She talks about memory. She remembers open land. She remembers seasons changing. She remembers movement without restriction. Then she remembers fences appearing, paths closing, children taken away. A chicken speaks next. It doesn't scream. It doesn't accuse. It asks a question. Why was I born if my existence had no future? A fish speaks from the ocean. It describes suffocating, not because of water, but because the water itself became hostile. Plastic, oil, noise. Each testimony ends with the same sentence. We adapted. You exploited. There is no anger, no revenge, only facts, and for the first time in history, humans cannot interrupt. Then the smallest voices rise, insects, and describe migration routes tens of thousands of years old, paths that once crossed forests, now buried beneath concrete and steel. Bees explain ecosystem collapses that began decades before humans noticed them. They describe warning signs humans ignored. Mosquitoes explain population balances, how eliminating one species cost 10 others to suffer. This isn't opinion, this is data. Living data, stored not in books, not in servers, but in memory passed across generations. Scientists around the world fall silent. Because for the first time in history, nature is peer-reviewing humanity. And humanity is failing the review. Humans tried to respond. We didn't know. We needed progress. We were surviving. Evolve answers calmly. So were we. An elephant asks slowly, why did survival only matter when it was yours? No one answers because no one can explain why intelligence became an excuse for ownership. Not everyone accepts the verdict. Some humans shut down translation devices. Others laugh, calling it mass hysteria. Corporations deny responsibility. Governments delay decisions and something changes. Animals stop explaining, they stop debating. They start documenting. Every river poisoned, every forest cleared. Every species erased, evidence replaces conversation. Animals do not demand revenge. They issue a timeline, not days, not years, generations. Shared land governance, no extinction without consent. Planetary decisions must include non-human intelligence. Then comes the final statement, if coexistence fails. We will adapt without you. It isn't a threat, it is biology, it is evolution. Then comes the experiment, for exactly 1 minute. Every animal on Earth goes silent. No birds, no insects, no movement. Cities feel empty. The planet feels wrong. Pollination stops instantly. Oxygen production drops, soil activity collapses. Human systems begin failing in real time. Satellites detect imbalance, scientists panic. And the truth becomes unavoidable if animals walk away. The planet shuts down, humanity finally understands. Animals don't need us, we need them, they survived ice ages. Meteor strikes, mass extinctions. We survived because they carried the planet for us. And now they know it. Animals offer knowledge. Not as gifts, as conditions. Whales explain climate cycles. Birds predict storms weeks ahead. Trees describe soil death before it is visible. The planet becomes readable again, but only if humans listen. There is no punishment, only a verdict. Humanity is no longer owner, only participant. Power shifts quietly. The world does not end, it stabilizes. If animals judged us today, would we be found innocent? Or would intelligence itself be declared a failed experiment? If this made you uncomfortable, that discomfort matters because growth never begins with comfort. Like this video if these conversations deserve space. Subscribe if you want stories that permanently change how you see the world. Comment below, what law would animals pass first? And don't leave yet. Because the next question isn't philosophical, it's physical. What if Earth stopped spinning for 5 minutes? Click the next video. Because when Earth stops, nothing else gets a second chance.